Those Israeli airstrikes are a daily occurrence. We hear them. We hear the fighter jets overhead as well. Hundreds of military targets have been hit by Israel since the fall of Bashar al-Assad. But you might be surprised to hear that it's not a big topic of discussion here in Damascus. The euphoria, the enthusiasm is simply too big. It's only been a week, after all, since this new Syria appeared, since Bashar al-Assad left the country for Moscow. It brought to an end over 50 years of the Assad dynasty. It brought to an end also 13 years of civil war that made Damascus a very, very dangerous place to be. And we saw something that truly was unthinkable a week ago. In unison, we saw men, and in fact largely women, walking down the street in their thousands toward the square, Umayyad Square. You can see behind me, again sporting those new flags of the revolution or of the opposition here in Syria. Those flags, by the way, the green, white and black bars and the red stars, they are ubiquitous now here in the capital. They are for sale in all shapes and sizes in the old town of Damascus. But there are signs of what came before, because plastered on the walls of the old town and also of Damascus's emblematic mosque are the posters with photos of the missing men, largely, who are believed to have been in the prisons of Bashar al-Assad and who have not been found since the overthrow of the Syrian president. Family members still wanting to find those people or find at least some trace of where they were. They are calling for an international investigation. There is a feeling of unease, of course, because of the uncertainty. Christians, for example, minorities, they're not sure what's going to happen with Islamist rule here in Damascus, but all of them, all of those people we speak to say it's better what they have now instead of the rule of Bashar al-Assad. So the euphoria really is the dominating feeling that we're getting from Syrians here. And the welcome, by the way, that we are getting also is very warm indeed. We get very warm looks and conversations with people who haven't seen people like us for a long time. This was a very dangerous and essentially a forbidden place for us to come to. Interestingly, on the streets of Damascus, you certainly don't see any soldiers anymore. They all abandoned their posts when Bashar al-Assad left the country. We see a few armed rebels, but not all that many, and not all too many security forces either. Essentially, society here in Damascus, at least, is functioning without. But again, there is that feeling of unease of what might come in the future.